What up guys, Seth here. Little update on my AR pistol here that I had some pretty bad malfunction yesterday when I went to go shooting with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically pop out the back retaining pin real quick and show you guys what exactly was going on. But first we're going to take the mag out, and then we're going to clear it. Good to go. Let's see here if I can do it better like this. Alright, on the ATI pistol, it's kind of a pain in the ass because the pin, you can't reach it with your finger really unless you have really long nails, which I don't. So I have some tweezers here. I was using this to try to fix my issues last night. Anyway, you just push the pin, pop it back, and then you break it up in the middle. Now I had this angle foregrip, so it won't open up all the way, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about right here. Right in here, and it's really hard to get. There was metal, like just a little bit, I guess, from where the bolt carrier, this part, if you don't know guns, this part comes out, it's the bolt carrier, and this is the charging handle. But it was metal covering over this right here, this part right here, the buffer tube, where the spring goes in, right? And anyway, so I'm at the range. It's basically Dustin's grandparents' house in Fort Valley, Georgia, and it's in the middle of nowhere. A lot of trees, a lot of spiders and stuff. But it's getting ready to rain. I didn't realize how bad the gnats are going to be. So, did you find it lighter than your rifle? Oh, Ken just asked me a question. I'll go ahead and answer that. Yes, the Mossberg the Mossberg shockwave was louder than the oh, he says, did you find it? No, he's asking me if the pistol's louder than my rifle. No, it's not. In fact, the 12 gauge shockwave is louder than this. At least it was for me in the video. Maybe it's the suppressor I have on the end, the flash suppressor, I don't know. Anyway, back to what was going on. So all these gnats are in my face at his house, and I couldn't even see what I was doing. But the few times where you saw me in the video, I kept moving from side to side trying to avoid the gnats in my face. When I actually had a chance to really, take my time and take the shot, I was hitting dead on with the red dot. So it's not a question of how well the gun fires or operates, but I was disappointed with this part. And it may have just been, it passed through quality control, nobody noticed it, or, I don't know. But all I did was, when I got home, now mind you, I'm driving home, and I have a round stuck in here because I had no tools or anything with me to get the thing, broken down. I had nothing to work with. So I'm like driving home, worried this thing is going to go off in my car. So I'm trying to get home in a hurry, get it upstairs, and break it down, field strip it, and see what's going on. When I got it home, obviously the tube, the bolt carrier was kind of pressing against inside where you saw me pushing the spring back. So I had a round here that was jammed. The bolt carrier would not move like so, because I had a round stuck here, and it wouldn't move back because of the metal covering up the spring for the buffer tube. So it was stuck somewhere about right there. Let's see, it was probably about right there. You could just see the bolt carrier in the brass of the round right there. So it made about that far before it locked up. So what I had to do was take the shockwave brace off, obviously. Well, actually I didn't really have to, but I did it anyway. And then I removed the buffer tube. And I learned all kind of cool things about why this is important, because it holds the spring that holds the retaining pin in. Learned a lot of cool stuff last night. But anyway, I ended up taking the whole thing apart, like totally broken down, and I just took the rough side of a pair of pliers. It had a texture like that on it, and I just slowly, you know, smoothed that spot out. I was going to use my belt sander, but the way it was sitting is hard to get to, and I don't have a Dremel yet. I'm going to get one of those eventually. I need one, but I didn't want to do too much, so I just took, you know, the file side of the power pliers and just smoothed it out. And I don't know what's going on now, but this isn't the original. Let me get it broke open again. This isn't the original bolt carrier and charging handle. So this is actually out of my rifle. So I don't know what happened when I'm sorry, the full-size rifle. This is the pistol. But I don't know what happened when the jam happened. But once I fixed this part to where you hear it moving again, so I decided to see if it would cycle. Basically, I tried to I put one round in. I was very careful. Had it aimed way away from me, like toward the window. So if it did go off, it was going to be loud and embarrassing. But you know, no one was going to get hurt. So I chambered around. It chambered fine. The problem happened when, with the old charging handle, I pulled it back. It was locked. Now I could, you know, push in here against this part right here to force it back, but it wasn't to where, you know, you could just pull the handle back into round would, you know, eject back out. So I was like, huh. So I was wondering if there was more damage to it than I thought. My hands are getting all kind of oil on it, which is good. It's greasy, good. So I was wondering, okay, is it actually something as simple as the bolt carrier and charging handle? So I field stripped my Bushmaster, my full-length AR, and I was like, you know what? Let me try the bolt carrier and the handle from that. So that's what I did. Got it all lined up. Put it back together. Tested it. Now I am going to chamber a live round, so we're on safe, so nobody have a heart attack. We're on safe. So we're going to chamber a round. Round's chambered. We're going to take the mag back off. And I'm going to have my hand here to catch the round when it comes out. And you can see it cycled just fine then. A few more times just to make sure. And we're still on safe. So that fixed that problem. Now I was wondering, do I have to buy a whole new bolt carrier and charging handle for my AR rifle? Because I'm going to shoot this one more than I am the rifle. Just plinking, just home defense. I would grab this over a full-length rifle, especially in an apartment, because it's easier to maneuver. So I was like, I wonder if it'll malfunction in the rifle, in the full size one. So I put this bolt carrier and this charging handle in the Bushmaster, crossed my fingers, and it worked. I'm like, okay, I'm going crazy here. So why does it work in the rifle and not in this? It didn't jam up, it didn't lock up. Because on this one, you could chamber it, feed it, load it, and when you got through here and the bullets in here, it would not come back. It was stuck. It would stick right here. Would not eject that round unless you just really like use something to assist this part right here of the bolt carrier back while you pull the charging handle. It was really weird. So I put it in the rifle, it works. I'm like, okay, it just doesn't make any sense. Maybe it was just me, maybe I didn't have it seated right in the pistol. So I take the full length handle back off of this one, put the original one from the pistol back in here, did it again, it jammed up again. I'm like, I don't get this. So I came to the conclusion, I'm just going to keep them switched until I can have my friend who works on guns look at both charging handles and carriers and figure out what's going on. more texts and emails. So as of right now, both rifles, both weapons are operating fine. This one still works fine. It worked great from the from the little bit I got to shoot it. I was really impressed. Hardly any recoil. I was expecting it to be extremely loud, being that you hear these things are very loud, but really it was no worse than my rifle was. Like I said, I guess it's because of the flash suppressor I have on it that came with this. Not as loud as the ones that had the big open cans. I think Ken has the big can on the end, so it's very loud. I don't know. So we'll try again. Hopefully next time there won't be a bunch of bugs trying to carry me away and make me their bitch. I don't know. Hopefully I'll have a better time next time with it. Anyway, guys, one more cycle just to make sure we good. Still on safe, and I think we're good to go. We'll see you next time. Peace.